will audit the government. And no, without making secret about it, we'll audit this government. And the law will be enforced against people will be like. I also have a 12-point prescription for combating corruption. It will be governance by transparency. The president's asset declaration and all the ministers' asset declaration, as well as the president's salary and benefits and the salary and benefits of all government employees will be published on the internet so that they can see and say that their assets, the great grandpa gave them money. The way they building houses all over Liberia as if they are money magicians and they got money machine manufacturing money in their houses. We'll stop that. What they call lifestyle audits. Every 3 months, the president and all the ministers will be audited. They will come and say, President Gongo, here's your salary and benefits, and this is your asset declaration. How come you bought a $200,000 Mercedes? If I can explain, I will resign.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this day of inauguration, as we begin to build upon the foundation of this new Liberia, I, George, Foster Clon, Bakubet, Kapemanenge, the new president, my people, thank you, upon the foundation of this new Liberia, I, George, Foster Clon, Bakubet, Kapemanenge. The new president, my people, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, on this day of inauguration, begin to build upon the foundation of this new Liberia. I, George, Foster Clon, Bakubet, Kapemanenge. The new president, my people, thank you,
The next season is not going to be good for you.
How can they convince Liberians to give you the presidency in 2023? Imagine we call it all the true breakfast show. Folks who have President Joseph, White, her life will be on air.
You better start practicing that.
So I start thinking you guys want to be the president. Folks who have President Joseph, White, her life will be on air.
You better start practicing that.
So I start thinking you guys want to be the president. I think President George Gary when he's having good ball and President Joseph, White.
You better start practicing that. I didn't like real.
Indeed, I'd like to say a pleasant good morning. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show, the TBS, the True Breakfast Show, on Truth 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. 9 minutes up to 8 o'clock. I feel so much excited when Thursday hit. Yes, this is our last edition for the week on the TBS. We have Mondays to Thursday. This is the breakfast show. Good morning to all of you tuning in. When you wake up in the morning, think sound good for your country. Yes, think for a better Liberia. Welcome to the TBS. Good morning to the folks in Bond. Truth 96.1 in Bond, always relaying us. Truth 96.9 in Saclay, PA, carrying us live. So as a result, folks listen to us in Lofa, in Grand Bassa, in Bombing, in Bon County, in Mangibi, in River G, in River Cess, in Grand Jita County. Yes, I can confirm that Truth FM, yes, it's loud and clear this morning. Welcome to the TBS on the Thursday morning. Sometime on Thursday become a holiday. It's a regular Thursday. The love of liberty matters, yeah. The love of liberty made us here. The love of liberty made us here. Let justice be done to all. And that's a part that former justice in Chambers, Cabinet Janet, say he like. When I said, let justice be done to all. And I look into the face of council. That the day I bumped into council, the Cabinet Janet, it was on a sunny Saturday. When I said, yes, council, how you doing? He said, yeah, I love the part when you say on the breakfast show, let justice be done to all. Then I look in the face of Cabinet. Yes, you know, I'm a little bit taller than Cabinet Janet. Yes, I'm 5 feet 9 inches. Cabinet should be around 4'5", 4'8". Yes, so I'm a little bit taller than him. Then council look up and look into my eyes and say, yes, that's the part I like. Let justice be done to all. Then I replied to council Janet. I said, well, you was never given due process. And he smiled. He said, yeah, I just love that part. That's what he said. Let justice be done to all. Good morning to current Justice in Chambers. Justice Yusuf Kabar. Good morning to you. This is the TBS, the True Breakfast Show, from Monroeville to Grand Jeddah, from Grand Jeddah to Grand Kidman County, from Grand Kidman County going down to Riverside, moving down to Bon County. Good morning. Think about better Liberia. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Roberts. I'm feeling so much in far weather this morning. I don't know. Indeed, God is the greatest. Let's have a great time on the TBS. So much to talk about. Bum. 4 days to the inauguration. Yes, 4 days to the inauguration from the president-elect, Joseph Yuma Boyka. Good morning to President George Weah. When you look through the windows and said, yes, indeed, Liberians gave me the opportunity I have served. Yes, let's say good morning to all of you online. Those of you winning your data, watching us every morning. Good morning to the folks in the diaspora. Thank you so much, Truth FM. We're always geeking live for you. Yes, nothing less than the truth. Yes, good morning to Councilor Tewonse Gongolo, man. Yeah, hey, Council. We've been playing Council voice like this. Yes. Anyway, good morning to you, Councilor Gongolo. Good morning to Councilor Asadu Back. Kenneth, good morning. Always following the show. Good morning. Hope you're doing pretty fine. Let's recognize some of our folks on the Facebook. Yes, you're winning your data, so you have to have some recognition this morning. Yes, everyone is asking, where's Marka? Yes, Marka is on the weather, but he'll be here. Missionary Howard, he said, good morning. I'm viewing from GSA Road. Thanks so much for the breakfast show. Wilson David from Paco Payne. Yes, good morning to the TBS. Emmanuel talk about today's your birthday. Yes, happy birthday. Thanks for the work in the interest of the Liberian people. Yes, I'm from Boys Town, Mangibi County. Good morning to you, Limun Cornen. Limun say I'm following from Senator Emmanuel Nukwe County. Yes, that's Mangibi County. Yes, Nathan Tao Bondo. Live from Cinco. Good morning to you. Erwin Coco Lemaire. Erwin, how you doing this morning? Hope you're doing pretty fine on the Thursday. Let's get more names here. You've activated online. Okay. Aaron P. Willie says, I'm viewing live from Kakata. Good morning. Thanks so much you do for our country. A Firas Bowl from Nizo Community. Thanks so much. Isaac W. Davis from District 1, Grand Bassa County. Thanks to the TBS Tricon Darimini. He said good morning. Yes. Godson Theophilus Toga Jr. from Grand Bassa County. Yeah, Theo, good morning to you from We Radio. Noah C. Elliott. What? Noah, good morning to you. Hope you're doing pretty fine this morning. Noah Elliott. Abel Bo, good morning, Truth FM. Yes, let me just do 3 more. Gotta go. Elijah H. Vocal, he says, good morning to the TBS from Disco Hill, Lower Mangibi County. And thank you so much, Willen W. Double. Yes. Morris Benzema Pewi from Balls Time. Good morning to you. And of course, I'm going to do 3 more. You know, when David Kuti was lecturing in a classroom before then, we all feel it. Back then, the teachers would say, out of the 40 students in a class, only 10 made a successful pass. Then you're wondering, you're hoping that your name can be announced by that lecturer or that teacher. Yes. When the teacher announced, well, out of the 40 students, guess what? Only 10 made a successful pass for the period. Damn it. Yes, they're scratching your head now. The instructor have now called from 1 to 9, the last person. The rest of them, some of you have that difficulty there back then on the teaching at SD. Anyway, yes, let me just go with 2 more. And the rest of you just give us a share. I mean, no offense. Melvin Dishu, good morning. Watching from Europe. Thank you. Winston Saki, Harris Benda. And of course, last but not the least, James A. Kuyate, yes, from Dubaro Hammerfield. The rest of you just gave us a share. No offense. Let's give you the rundown. What's coming up? It's about 2 minutes up to 8 o'clock. My name is Oni Roberts. This is the TBS. Let's get you a lineup this morning. Charlotte will have health tip. Yes, health tip with the incoming Minister of Maintenance, David Koti. We'll introduce new ministry for David. Yes, David Koti will come out with his health tip shortly. Then we'll have the review of the local dailies. What's making news from the print media. Yes, right after the health tip, we'll have the review of the local dailies. Again, we'll talk about EcoBank. Yes, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank is doing it big for this African Cup of Nations. There's a big match set for today with the Ivory Coast against Nigeria. Yes, EcoBank to go and get a prepaid card. We'll talk about that. The John Security traffic regulations take effect as of today. And I'm getting some kind of mixed reaction from the RIA Highway. Yes, I did tell Rafido, send me something right out. Look into that. Yes, the John Security traffic regulations take effect as of today, setting the pace for the inauguration. Yes, we talk about the John Security measures. Yes, then I have crafted why Sedition should be grateful to President George Weah. I know what I'm saying. We see mixed reaction on social media since George Weah have said goodbye to politics, saying he said, I'm not going to contest anymore. I'm enough. I've served well, and it's about time to go in my private life. So why Sedition should be grateful to President Weah? We'll talk about that. Yes. Then we'll follow with transition and expectations. Transitions and expectations, right? I've been told there's a planned protest on Inauguration Day, and we should not encourage these things. By widows of the former, widows of the AFL, the Armed Forces of Liberia, they are planning to protest, demanding, asking the president-elect Joseph Boyka to give their pension money also. We don't want to encourage that. So we'll talk about transition and expectations. Yes, some local outlets have been carrying that story. Then, of course, Western Cluster Liberia won't stop on Western Cluster until, as part of our lawmaker oversight, the people in Bombing County complains about Western Cluster Liberia. There's a serious pollution that has been caused by Western Cluster, and they're blasting. And more to it, Western Cluster Liberia over the period promised the people of Bubblestown in bombing. You're listening to me every morning. Some of you have to stay to climb the hill and call, and we'll pick up your call. And I've made a promise to you that every morning that the Senate Committee Chair on Lands Mines, NEJ, Simeon Taylor, something will be done every morning. I'll take 2-3 minutes of this. Because he restored it, right? I'm not calling no other lawmaker name, but Simeon Taylor. So Western Cluster Liberia, there's some major pollutions, and that of why the blasting sound is affecting millions of dollars. It's been extracted from that county, rich country, like I said, poor people. Go and see the county. See how much at night. We have some videos. Look at the operation at night at Western Cluster. See the amount of iron ore that is taken for our country. So we talk about Western Cluster. It won't stop. I mean, nothing will happen. We'll take 2-3 minutes of our time every day until something is done. Yes. So that runs until 9 o'clock. With all our talking points, you'll talk to your leaders as well. Now we'll bring you sports commercial brought to you by the fastest GSM Orange Liberia. 9:15 this morning. Yes, we'll bring on Emmett Cooper. Emmett from the U.S. will be discussing security issues. Yes, including the VIP security ahead of the inauguration ceremony. Yes, I just want to inform the public that some of our foreign guests have started to arrive in the country. From yesterday's situation, we saw a very tense traffic on the rehab road yesterday that lasted for more than 3 to 4 hours yesterday. So bring on Emma Cooper from the U.S. As we look at security issues, including the VIP security ahead of the inaugurations. Yes, in the midst of all, I would say, I mean, country first, Liberia second, Liberia last. I missed my teammate, but I'm seeing others have the studio. Yes, but he'll join me shortly. Let's bring you health tip on the Breakfast Show on 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Truth FM, I'm Oni Roberts. Yes, let's bring on health tip with Derek Ernest Coty. Derek is going to fill us in with our health tip this morning. Yes, this is the job he loves so much right after his best job since leaving government. So when you have the opportunity to serve well. You see the job Derek Coty have taken now? He loved this health tip so much. In fact, even at night, 12 a.m. and all, he wants to call me and talk about health tip. I said, no, wait for morning hours. David, you love this job or not?
Yes, I do. I love this job. Like I told you before, I have been in government for 37 years. And all of the things I did, this one is the best one. I love this.
You love this one. You love this one more than sitting in the house. You are in the parliament, man. Lawmaker David Coty, man.
My brother, I was a lawmaker for 6 years. I was a commissioner of the Governance Commission for 4 years. School teacher and school administrator for 22 years. Even when it comes to football, on the executive committee of the LFA for 6 years. I've done plenty of things, man. I have traveled to 17 countries, including the United States. But my brother, this job is the number one. I love it.
It's a pro bono job, just like the Rava said job. No money to this.
No. I beg you. Rava said, millions will be handled for pro bono work. Don't let me talk.
No, don't talk. Sorry, I have to you come and do. Don't talk. Sorry.
I have to. Don't let me talk. Mm-hmm. I hope you could let me pray for our new government.
Okay, do a prayer. Do a prayer. You want to do the health tip before praying for, the country or what?
Let me just pray for the country quickly.
Okay.
Eternal Father, Liberia is a rich country, but yet so poor, very, very poor. Simply because our leaders are wicked, greedy, ungrateful, and arrogant. All the people too frisky. We get them job that want us to fear them, to be afraid of them, instead of doing good things that will make us love and respect them, but they want us to be afraid of them. It will never happen. If some people will be afraid of you, not everybody. Uncle Joe, I have no doubt that you and your government will make a difference. A difference in which you will respect the Supreme Court of the land. My father, my God, let me just inform you if you don't know. This government owes us 8 months since 2018. I'm sure you don't know, Father. I'm telling you now. This government owes us 8 months since 2018. We ran behind it 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, no way. 2022, we went and sued them to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court looked at the documents from the finance ministry and from our group. The Supreme Court said, pay the people. They refuse to pay because they are above the law. What kind of people are these? I'm sure Uncle Joe is listening this morning. Uncle Joe, government is continuing with it. You must pay that money. Thank you. That's all I can say this morning, but pray.
The finish.
Is that correct, prayer?
That have been a custom prayer you're doing, man. Fire for fire, man.
Fire for fire, take it by force. So, Uncle Joe, I hope you're listening. Our 8 months, we won it. Mm-hmm.
Health tip.
Health tip. Women, go to the hospital today and screen for breast cancer. It is killing plenty of people unknown to themselves, especially if you are 20 years old and above. Even though according to science, women above 40, 50 are the ones that can have breast cancer. But today, some girls up to 18, 20 are being screened today for breast cancer. I saw that at the Jamali Hospital. Very, very clear. I saw it myself. They were doing screening. Some girls, 20, 21, 25, breast cancer. You need to do something about it. Breast cancer is when the cells in your breast grow out of control. Men can also have breast cancer, but only 1% of all of the cases around the world, only 1%. So my sister, my mother, don't wait until the doctor can say to you, the place they reach now, will have to cut off your breast. Oh, it's happening all over the world. They're cutting off people's breasts because the cancer is in there. And if you don't know that you have breast cancer until it gets worse, your breast will get rotten, it will spoil, and the cancer will spread all over your body, and you will die. So don't take it for a joke. In the United States alone, 42,000 people die every year because of breast cancer. I've always told you about early detection. Please go and check quickly to save your breast and to save your life. And don't just go to any Koyokaya hospital where they will just look at your breast, feed it small, touch it, and they say you got breast cancer. No. Go to a good hospital where they have a machine called mammogram. They will check it properly. Remember this. I'm sorry. Yesterday, I told you that when you have glaucoma and you don't know, and it destroys your eye, no doctor in the world will help you. You are finished forever and ever. Amen. But cataract is also one of the major reasons why people get blind. Cataract. It is a clouding of the clear lens of the eye. That black part you see there is called the cornea, the black part of the eye, but something in behind it there called the lens. It is what can make you see clearly. You can see through it. But when you are 40 years old and above, it can start getting dull. You know, when you're getting old, everything on you will not be correct. It will be getting dull. So old people, sometimes it can happen. But it can be removed. It's not like the glaucoma. The cataract can be removed and replaced. And when they replace it with new lens, it is there forever and ever. Amen. I have two new lenses in my eye now, one on the left, one on the right. Don't let anybody lie to you and tell you that they will remove your eye and operate on it and put it back. That lie. No doctor in the world will remove your eye and put it back and operate on it. That lie. It will destroy the optic nerve in the back of the eye, and you'll not see again. The only time doctors will remove your eye is when your eye is already spoiled, right? They remove it to put false eye. They got some kind of name for it, but I don't know. But all I know it's called false eye. When they put it back, when they put in false eye, then they have to remove that rotten or spoiled eye. Eye will not be removed, so don't let it back. And let me tell you something.
With our health tip, yes. Good morning. Thank you so much, Darian and Scotty. Let's bring you the review of the local dealers. What's making news from the print media coming up? And the same song is taken from the motion picture Mohana. Yes. Let's bring you the review of the local dealers. What's making news from the print media? We're starting up with from the Hot Pepper newspaper. Yes, on the newsstand for $40 Liberian, volume number 6, 1128, Thursday edition, January 18. The front page from the Hot Pepper. United Party rejoices lawsuit against Speaker Kofa, but with reservation. Yes, and I'm seeing the party chair of the Unity Party, Luther Tapper, Reverend Luther Tapper, has been captured on the front page from the Hot Pepper. Speaker Fonanti is also been captured. Unity Party rejoice lawsuit against Speaker Kofa. Grab a copy and read the rest from The story this morning: NEC to conduct recount in 70 precincts. 70 precincts. Okay. Yes. Of course. This talks about Nimba County District 4. Yes. Gabu Kagon. Yes. Deviata Brown Lasana is here on the front page of the Hot Pepper. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. NEC to reconduct recount in 70 precincts. Yes. You can grab a copy of the Hot Pepper. Let's go to the back page. What the back page? You have the back page of the Hot Pepper integrity, icon of integrity. Who is here? Icon of integrity, President. We have described Minister Maxwell Kimia as his launches reserve passports regulation at dedication of the republished Ministry of Foreign Affairs. D. Maxwell Sakimia is been captured on the back page of the Hot Pepper. Grab the copy. President George Weah in a smiling mood, just 4 days to go to the presidency. It's also on the back page of the Hot Pepper, still on the back page. I'm leaving the foreign ministry very happy. Who is saying this? This is Maxwell Kimia. I'm sure that Maxwell will fully take charge over his political party Move. Yes, Move says, I'm leaving the foreign ministry. Yeah, you want to know that Boca will not retain, Maxwell Kimia. And I'm sure the paper is quoting saying, I'm taking over. I'm leaving with a very good mark. Maxwell Kimia been captured on the front page of this should be the back page of the Hot Pepper. Let's go to Women Voices. I'm seeing the culture ambassador Judy Andy. Judy Andy dress Nanyabakwa. Yes. Marka gave me an interpretation of this name. Judy Andy dress Nyambakwa to quote. And I'm all of you wondering who's this? This is the Prophet Key. Judy Andy, $5 million lawsuit. Well, the culture ambassador. Judy Andy has been captured on the other front page of the Women Voices. You can grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Horse betrays Liberian woman. They talk about Mema breaks. What happened? What happened? We all saw it on Monday. The Women Voices is carrying says the horse betrays Liberian woman. As Representative Briggs suffers several disappointment in deputy speakership election. This is politics. Yes. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning. I pledge to support you, Mr. President-elect. Kofa vows to work with Joseph Boyka. So I've been told that the new Speaker of the House, the 55th, visited the President-elect Joseph Boyka. He says, just 2 words, if I will quote. If I don't have the support of the executive, I'm not going to succeed as a speaker in a fanatic Kofa tone. So the Women Voices is being captured here. I pledge to you, Mr. President-elect, vow to work with you, President Joseph Boyka. Yes, Fananti Kofa has been captured here from the Women Voices. Let's see if we can move on to our next tab. Go out to what's happening up on the front page, Africa, the front page of the front page, Africa, Runners here, front page, January 18, bridging the energy gap. It's a sub-lead story. Liberia access to electricity among lowest in West Africa. Hey, front page. And before I continue, let me just appeal to LEC. Good morning to Dr. Captain. Morning, Captain. Good morning to you. You are doing tremendous well, but I want to advise, yes, let's hope we take this in a good faith. The current now is now fluctuating. Yes, many of you, you're experiencing it, right? We appreciate, we know LEC do have a problem with LEC yet to come out and tell Liberian people, but we know that you people have a problem. Give us the current at night. This morning, I was leaving the home by 6:15. They didn't like him. Hey, man, give the light to us in the night. Then in the daytime, you can carry it off. Yes, anyway. Yes, but front page is saying Liberian access to electricity is among the lowest in West Africa. We should be asking Samatwe. D12 said Liberia giving current to Ivory Coast. Anyway, but meanwhile, the Cup of Nations is in the Cote d'Ivoire. Bridging the energy gap is a sub story from the front page. You can grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning. Still the major story here on the front page, Africa. What front page is carrying? What is JMB actually inheriting? Are their coffers bare? Do we have something in the coffers? Now, Joseph Boyka responsibility will now to pay civil servants. For some institutions have November, have December, and January. Today is the 18th already. So the front page is asking, what is JMB actually inheriting? It's a question mark. Joseph Boyka looks in a very serious mood here. Was a ferocious mood on the front page of the front page Africa. You can grab the copy, President-elect info this time. We'll say President Joseph Boyka. Yes, grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning right here on the Truth Breakfast Show 96.1. The heart and soul of Liberia. Our last stop this morning have to do with Mohammed Kenneth Heritage Newspaper. No payment, no inauguration. Yes, I talk about this. Who is saying this? AFL widows threatening protest action. Hey man, you don't do it, my over. The AFL widows are asking Joseph Boyka to go and pay out of the widows' money back then. Whether the outgoing government had not been paying, now they are demanding Joseph Boyka should pay them. But I'm not taking office, you, but pay for all those years. Says government are continuity. So, yeah, you should do some kind of thought behind the scene. We'll have international guests already coming. No payment, no inauguration. AFL widows threatening protest action if. Well, you can grab a copy and read the rest of the story from the Heritage. The last stop this morning, a sub-lead story. President We Are Lost Maxwell Kimian. Yes, this is one of my most hard-working lieutenant. Yes, as I'm retiring for politics, I want to give you a 3-star salute. Dean Maxwell Kimia. This is where President George Weah said to Maxwell. It's been captured as he dedicates refurbishment of the foreign ministry. Yes, with the Heritage, you can grab a copy and read the rest of the story right here on the TBS on 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Thank you so much for listening to the review of the local dailies. These people are just on a newsstand for $40 Liberian. Yes, try to get a hand on the copy of these papers and read. People don't read too often in our country. Yes, not many people buy the local dailies. So we want to encourage you, go and get the newspapers, read them. Someone said if you want to have money in the home for anybody, your wife, your family, your children, just put it in the book. Put the money in the book. That money will be there forever so long. Because I don't know what is a habit. Yes, we don't just take magazine, novels to just read. It don't happen easily. Yes, so grab a copy of these papers and read the stories. Yes, so with our talking point, the management of the Global News Network, we talk about the GNN Chodo Brooks, was all set to have his 25 personalities of the years. Yes, was set for tomorrow, Friday, January 19th. I will know Chodo is a veteran Liberian journalist, but due to the funeral service of the late LRA Commissioner General, Thomas Doe now will be laid to rest. So there is a postponement with the GNN, the Global News Network. The 25 personalities of the year have been postponed to next week, Friday, for those who have worked in the fiscal year of 2023. So again, I mean, those of you are wanting to watch this awards program, and GNN is announcing to you that the award have been postponed until next week, Friday, because of the burial of the LRA boss, Thomas Dona. Yes, so that's the information there. The Pan-African Bank, Eco Bank Liberia, will know that Eco Bank have more than 35 branches across Africa, not Liberia alone. Eco Bank is encouraging you to go and get the prepaid card. It's absolutely free. Get the prepaid card. You can get the virtual card. Yes, the express card. You can download the Eco Bank app on your phone. All right. Get the app on your phone. Yes. And the big news here is that Eco Bank will have a raffle draw. The raffle draw will be on the 31st of this month. And one lucky winner will be, taken to the Ivory Coast to watch the grand finals on the expense of the Pan-African Bank. I'm talking about real bank, Eco Bank. So get the prepaid card of any of the Eco brand branches we have in the country for free, and you just reach out. You can use that card to buy online from Shine, from Alibaba, from Amazon. You can buy from the supermarket with your prepaid card. Yes, you can use the prepaid card to boost your Facebook posts. You can use the prepaid card to boost your Facebook page as well. Yes, so get a prepaid card, and guess what? You'll be selected among those who going to get for the raffle draw. The 31st is going to be a national one. The lottery is also working along with Echo Bank to make this happen. Yes, the Pan African Bank. No bank does it there. Exclusive, the Echo Bank, the Pan African Bank. Yes. So let's move on to business. Mina Beleza says she's deeply concerned with the AFL winners. Yeah, we'll touch that. But something happened on yesterday. The Liberia National Police. This issue of getting information across the country is becoming a serious problem for us. And this is not just the joint security alone. Most of the government institutions, to have information sent across. Maybe you was not embarrassed on yesterday traffic. There are people who were caught up. Yesterday, I did announce that the joint security have a new traffic measures beginning today. What did we witness yesterday at the RIA Highway from the rehab going all the way to Bondstown? The traffic was so heavy that lasted almost 2-3 hours. Now, we expected the police, the traffic section, the chief of traffic, Fred Gay, we expected you to be on these various networks informing our people. But again, like I posted in our press union chat room, I said, the police, the joint security have not engaged the media info. So let's do this for our country. Yes. So the new regulation starts as of today. So if you drive in on the RIA Highway, you'll see the protocol change. You know why? We have some international guests already, coming in the country for the inauguration. So the joint security announces public safety protocols for inauguration. They just sent a release out and left it on its own. So we're trying to raise it up and let our people inform. Because, the joint security mandate from Rappers Field Highway is a little bit difficult for citizens. So this information should have been sent out and let the media, you will not succeed with all you getting the media involved. The worst part about it, before I come to this, the access, those of you, my colleagues are listening, to have accreditation for the inauguration. The Ministry of Information now is telling us to go to what? The EPS. I know when I won't start it. Well, if you ever wants to call the inauguration, go to EPS for access pass. I'm a little bit confused. Now, Mika now transfer out to go to the EPS. Anyway, let's move on. This is causing a serious embarrassment. All right, let's just read the police measure first. The joint security announces that beginning today, operators of vehicles, motorbikes, keke, are urged to adhere to these important measures. If you are driving, no motorbikes, no keke, no heavy-duty truck will be allowed to fly the Rabat International Airport Road, the ERWA. When this information is coming up, we try to put juice to it. You know how stubborn our people are. Yo, just sit in your joint security meeting and have one meeting. Yeah? You people know supposed to be on various platforms and telling our people how stubborn our people are. Do you know how many students now is going to be cut off? Over 75% of workers and students live around Needle Town. They are saying motorbikes, the only means of them you go in the road. How many taxis ride along that way? You should use the media. Then we encourage commercial drivers. Look, there are students, there are workers, there are government workers who needs to come to work. And all along, they've been using the motorcycle and the tricycle, what we call keke. But you have not done so. But again, my people, you are barely though. That's the protocol of the police. We can't change it. So for those of you coming from RIA, from Firestone, from Farmington, and other schools around the plantation, you're going to walk. The walking you're doing, do it since Ellington. You have to walk because no commercial vehicle fly these areas. But the police went, look, this joint security meeting, I remember Mickey Gray before then, who had the media part of this meeting. Yes, I've sat in joint security meeting before. Once it's information dissemination to the public, you have to get the media involved. The text messages I've been receiving, those who live around the rehab, not rehab, but the RIA, the Firestone, the Farmington Hotel, other schools there, no commercial vehicle apply this area. All along, they have been using tricycle, they have been using motorbike to take them, to commute them from one place to another. The information is out. So when people hear buried, this is it. The Roberts International Airport will be basic for now straight up to Sunday. There are some guests who arrive Monday morning. Yes, normally Brussels, Kenya Airways, Ascar. That airport will be basic throughout the RIA. Very, very, very basic. So you have to bear it. You see the time the police had this release out? Less than 2 hours to inauguration. The police just releasing this. Was the media involved? No. So I just want to encourage my colleagues. Let's do it for our country. Yes, like what we say, the base of our country first. But if you're listening, just manage your walk. Yes, those of you who come from RIA to Monrovia every day, it's difficult for commercial vehicles to apply this area. Now, government have saying no keke, no heavy-duty trucks, no motorbikes are to ride along the Roberts International Airport to ERWA. Then, police packing back. The information I get, the bag that have been packed this morning is not easy. Police just packing back. Meanwhile, the police never said even to help the people to inform them. Look, government, you have to disseminate information because our people, we are so stubborn. No system in this country. We don't have a system, no system. So in order for you to make things to work, you do a 1 week or 2 weeks publicity. Then people will start to prepare themselves. Then we will encourage drivers, say, look, commercial drivers, all of y'all can be riding to Broad Street. Some of y'all take the highway, man. There are people who live in there. But anyway, those bags you are packing, you're not to impound these bags, police. Don't impound the people back and carry to the police station. No. The best thing you can do, divert them back in the community. Not to arrest the people motorbikes. You are not told to do so. They are not allowed to ply the street. You didn't inform them. We're helping. So you arrest the bike, let the bike, divert the bike back into the communities. Not to go up the police station. Today you see now police station, you have more than 100 motorbikes just parking for no reasons. Yes, so let's move on. For the Tubman Boulevard, the Tubman Boulevard remains a no-go zone. The entire Congo town, moving on to Sinker, the police is now saying there's a no-go zone to motorbikes and keke during this operation. The police didn't go further to say this will be a permanent thing after the inauguration. There will be a no-go zone. We'll save this for another day. This is just for the inauguration. Mind you, just for the inauguration. That heavy-duty trucks wishing to come to Monrovia from the RIA will be allowed to pass through 15 gates. The Firestone during this operation. Then let's go to the Bourgeois Island. No motorbike, keke from Ghana'sville and Douala. Okay, motorbike and keke from Douala will be diverted to the Waterside Bridge. You are not to use the Gabriel Johnson Tucker Bridge. I remember when Alfonso Benda, former chief of traffic, there was some point in time, there was this keke that ran into the vice president convoy, Chief Dr. Joe Howard Taylor. The next day, the police, under Alfonso Benda as chief of traffic, he instructed that no motorbike or tricycle should ride on the Gabriel Johnson Tucker Bridge. The Gabriel Johnson Tucker Bridge, the former public works minister of Liberia, named a 50 years guarantee bridge after him. There was no motorbike, no keke. But after that, the whole system just broke down. No system in the country. The reason why I'm a little bit harsh with the police with this, the next time when you're doing this public service announcement, put the media part of it. Let us help you, man. A lot of people will be embarrassed this morning. Oh, yeah. But that's it. So no keke motorbike had to, from Ghana'sville, from Douala, had to pass through Waterside, not to go on the Gabriel Johnson Tucker Bridge. And then on a big day, on Monday, vehicles coming from ELW to Monrovia will be diverted to the Jala town. They're not to pass through the Capitol Hill. You'll be diverted to what? Jalatown to come back on the capital bypass. That on inauguration day, on inauguration day, guess what happened on inauguration day? Vehicles flying from Central Monrovia, Cinco, will be diverted to Jalatown. Okay? On inauguration day, also movement from 20th Street, 19th Street, 12th Street, 9th Street, 1st Street will pass through what? The Capital Bypass intersection. So the police says you need an access pass. This is where I'm coming in now. Okay. This is where I'm coming in now. You need an access pass. If I knew I don't have an access pass, right? I will not dare try to use what? The boulevard. Because I don't have it. So all of my media colleagues, all right, if you don't have the access pass, please stay away from those restricted areas. Go have international guests. There'll be protocols. So all of our media colleagues, we went to the Ministry of Information almost a week now. So long you don't have an access pass, I want to encourage you, advise you not to use where? The boulevard, please. Stay away from it. You can be close to Joseph, whether you supported Joseph Boyka, you campaign or you wear a Boyka t-shirt. If you don't have an access pass, you stay away. Yes, so and that's it there. We'll still look forward to the police. You still have a few days. Sit on some better network, man. Explain to Liberian people you're a public servant. Why are you inviting people? The John security should be moving from one station to another. Inform me, you know how stubborn our people are. Anyway, yes, so let's move on. That's the regulation for the John security. But I'm hearing that police just parking motorbikes, yes, on the RI highway, especially the Bombas Town area. So we arrest this bike, divert them back into the community, not to take them to the police station. Anyway, let's move on. Then we have this thing with sedition. I say sedition should be grateful to President George Weah. If you notice, with the amount of days we're doing a countdown for George to say goodbye to the presidency, I mean, he has been dedicating lots of area. The most recent one that is so eye-catching is this the PHP recreation center. That place, I mean, that is one of George Weah's major handwork. The most recent one, the Nickel Town Free. That fee I have played on that fee before. George dedicating it. I mean, I gave you thumbs up. The most recent one was on yesterday, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So why I say sedition should be grateful to George Weah, because since George on Sunday announced at the Flockecon church before his congregation, you know, George Weah and Prince Johnson most time when they don't say information out to the public, they use the pulpit. Anything you say behind that pulpit, you know, that place is an altar of God. Anything he says, the spirit ring will take him more than even the earthly ring. That's why more people, I mean, if you have a good faith, you'll be scared of the spirit ring more than the physical ring. George, before the pulpit, announced that he's saying goodbye to politics. And there have been mixed reactions. Why? Why are you leaving us? It's too soon to say goodbye. I mean, various chat rooms. There are some chat rooms who don't come and we just read. And both of you have the picture of the president still on your Facebook pages. And you are dissatisfied as to why George will say goodbye to politics. You still believe that, yes, he could make a comeback in 2029. And yes, here is it. George, we are saying goodbye to politics. Sedition used to be grateful to George. George saying goodbye to politics. Seditions say good day to George Weah. Pray for George Weah every day. Because why? Some of my good friends who I do know, with no job experience, you became minister, assistant minister, you became deputy director for administration with no job experience under George Weah. When George Weah won the election in 2017, he looked behind, he looked left, he looked right. So, where am I going for? Am I going for those who are supporting me in the diaspora? You know, I'm going to the Oxford box, those who have degrees, PhD, and thing. Some of you were just graduating from university. You became assistant ministers. That we know you, and we were all good friends. You should be grateful to Josh. He gave you the opportunity to serve. And guess what? Most of you misuse it. There was no impact. When you are there to serve, you should leave a legacy. I mean, everybody can like you. That's a normal thing. But leave a legacy in total that those will say, yes, who was the deputy director here at this institution? Who was the assistant minister in this position? With no portfolio, no job experience, straight from the walls of the university, he became ministers around here. Oh no, George, he did it. The minister rate was reduced to a lowest that anybody now, Joseph Braga can even point there as an assistant minister. That was George Weah. So you should be grateful for him. Did he make use of it? You didn't. Then today, you are so angry as to why George is saying goodbye to politics. You thank God for George Weah. No job experience. Do you know how many people will send applications around? The first thing when you say before the human resource, any HR will ask you, what's your working experience? How long have you worked? How many years? What's your experience? This question you never answered then. You became minister. So what am I saying? Josh, the problem was, and I'll go straight to the United Party. Yes, I'm done with the CDC. Since he gave back to his people to serve, yes, these are people who have been with me. Look, Josh, we are leaving the CDC. I'm seeing people having press conferences. You should just stay away for some time. You know why? From 2005, from 2011, this woman on the party ticket, the first time he came, I remember George Calendar. But look, when there's some history you miss out, go back and do some research, do some reading. Then when he explain to Liberian people, they'll say yes. George in 2005, when he first appeared on the ballot box, said, "Oh no, he's a soccer player, no experience. He didn't graduate from high school, this and that." The man took the courage, and he came back in 2011. 2011, he said, "Well, let me go for someone who have one of the experiences. I mean, let's bring on Winston Tubman. Let me go as deputy to him." Some Liberian people say, "Well, I'm not prepared for this. I tried the LFA. I want to become the LFA president. It didn't work out. They said I was not president for a football club, so I can become an LFA president. Now I've diverted my attention to politics." 2011, well, he received a lot of latches in 2005. So what happens? Let me drop back and put on an experiment with the UN. That's how he brought on Winston Tubman in 2011. Coming against a strong political guru, one of the best politicians this country ever had is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, very smart, brilliant, knows the in and out of politics. You don't beat her easily. It's not because of age. Let's move on, man. So George in 2011, back off, Winston steps in, and still the Liberian people, well, Ellen was like 6 years. I need a continuation, to start the work they have done. And let me just continue for another 6 years. That's what we're on. Then, this man said, well, let me start and learn from somewhere. Now, something I'm driving at, and I will get straight to the Unity Party. I owe it to nobody who will fix this country. Those of you who want to protest, just stop it. Just stop it. We should be thinking about those government institutions who have not received pay yet. If they Burger take over, Burger got two major headaches over here. Let me tell Liberian people. The two headache Burger have over here. You see the issue of why the free tuition job we are introduced. The day the United Party, you raise it, that be easy. Welcome by the environment says. The state-run university, the day the free tuition being canceled. That two things now, we won't get to there yet. So George started from the Senate. Then 2017, he came back and said, well, I think now I've learned and it's about time to give a try. 13 counties out of the 15 voted him. When he took over, he turned left, he turned right, and went back to the Liberian people, appointed some of you disconnected from the communities. People no longer see you anymore. You won't sit here and talk. Make you people ministers, deputies, assistant ministers. There was no impact. I think my girl was saying that's true. Everyone will not see the president. Some of you, you're never to be seen around. You'll have no equal again. You didn't have $1, 0.005 in your account before. When you ascended, nobody was born to be a minister. So the opportunity is given to serve, you serve well. George entrusted you. You're disappointed him. Now he said goodbye to politics. All of you now. Go back and sit and see who will be the new face of CDC. George Weah is a human magnet. Let me use this word today. I don't know. I just don't know. George is a human magnet. Because of George, there are more people who stay within the CDC. That is a brain. A good brain you have there for the party. You'll be thinking how to rebrand the party. Who would the Liberian people accept as the next phase of the CDC? You should be thinking about that. So let's move on now to, after 6 years, Liberians say, well, at the ballot bags, ballot not bullet, we want this old man. We want this old man. That's why when Kanye ballot they read all of the long commentary, you see 2 lines. We move. That Boyka will won. We move. That Boyka will won. That's what all y'all saying, right? Now, Joseph Boyka is the president-elect. When you are voting, when you are campaigning, you didn't say I'm campaigning to you, Joseph Boyka, to make me Minister of Finance, to send me to Ministry of Agriculture. Huh? By Monday, we'll look at some 10 positions. Yes, these 10 positions are listed. I'm getting the ad that create these 10 positions already. We'll go into that. Yeah, when you send my own party to the LPRC, you should give us the Ministry of Commerce. You should send us to water and sewer and so forth and so forth. Send us to the National Archive. Let us take over the RIA. No, all of you are saying that Boyka will won. And to you, Mr. President, like, good morning to you. You know, the other people, these are people with experiences. They have lived a life. They have seen a lot of things. Look, most of the reason I replayed that interview with Joseph Boyka, that interview had juice. That's why I can play it. Boyka said a lot of great things within that interview. And I'm sure that's one of his best interviews he ever had. JMB, the old people, they have seen a lot of things. And at his age, he wants to leave a legacy. There's nothing you have to prove. The time Boyka is seeing the presidency, I mean, it's in his older age. In his old age now. So the expectations are there. You don't push this old man. Some of you making listing, for one list, the other person going to this, they just gossip just everywhere. That's what one point in time I'm saying, no one is guaranteed anywhere. Because why? Boyka is not novice to this job. He's been in government for the 2 years. He was president of the Liberian Senate for 12 years. So he knows who is who. And this is why, I don't know, I don't want to say if it was a slip of tongue or misuse of word for Amara when he said manage your expectation, but I mean, expectations will still be hard. You need no need to have people defending what we call radio station holding to defend your government. Once a Boyka have medicine in the hospitals, you need no one to take cell phone. The way someone will say apropos defend. You don't need no defending what? You don't need a defender. If you make the TV programs, what are our young brothers? People are not bound to ride motorbike more than 10 years for God's sake, just like a curse. Would you have a better thing? One thing Boyka said on that interview, after 100 days, I will start to go into that interview bit by bit with Joseph Boyka. He made mention of the BWI, the Booker Washington Institute, that this institution can be transformed like an IT institution. Do you know how many IT students now technology is running the world? And the president-elect said that. So you give the old man a chance, let him sleep well. People used to joke when say, "Joke, we are going to bed at us." Bill Torre will carry the bed, Samuel Torre waking up, and I mean that was so fun about it, McGill and stuff like that. So you don't do Boyka like that. And JMB too, if you don't listen, you know who is who. No one needs to tell the president. No one needs to tell Boyka, look, Send Professor Richmond Anderson to the other place here. You know where's who? Send the other person here. The other person make it. He supported you. He gave money. Otherwise else, the pressure that will be on the United Party government will not be for fun. We have to move as a country. This country is rich in everything. Rich country, poor people. Look at Ivory Coast. I feel so jealous, constructed when I'm watching the Cup of Nations. When the camera zoomed, the last time I flew over Yamoussoukro, at night, I entered Ivory Coast at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. I saw the whole light. I had to say, if you take a picture, it'll be like New York in the night. I feel jealous when I'm watching the African Cup of Nations, our next door neighbors. This country here, we have diamond, we have iron ore, we have gold, we have oil, we have everything. Look at poor Gambia. Gambia just surviving on cocoa whatsoever. And see the country. See us here. Burger. You have the biggest gravel in your hand. Make the justice system, strengthen it well, that investors. Look, everybody can work in government for God's sake. No. If you take on you off the radio, I can still survive. You know why? I can survive from the classroom. Yeah, that's why I went to school. I can survive a lecturer at a university. Everybody will not go to government. Make the environment well. That investors will want to come and see if the justice system is strengthened. And so, yeah, I'm not going to invest in Liberia. When anything goes wrong, I can go to the justice system. I'm not saying the justice system is bad of, but I'm just saying this strengthening up in all sectors. There are some areas, there are small courts, there are cases upon cases, pre-trial detainees, and so on. The police cells are so jam-packed that one point in time, somebody say, oh, they're taking prison and so thing. So the work that is on this government is not something easy. As I close up, good morning to you, Joseph Boyka, a very wise man. There's a parable in the Bible, in Proverbs, says, a wise man listens and takes instruction. Because of his wiseness, the wise man listen and take more instruction. Only the fool will say, oh, leave that thing, man. Let them talk. The shorter of rest. Oh, what too late talk, man. Shorter of gas off. Oh, leave that thing. The wise man listen and takes instruction and listen more. So we want to wish the country, those of you who protest, our mothers, the widows, I listen to you. On a local network. I'm listening to you this morning. This issue of protest, it's not timely. Your widows, yes, some of your soldiers, your husbands serve in the armed forces, and this old man is just taking over. And now you say you protest massively on Inauguration Day. I think it's not good. In conflict resolution, you should try and meet government's continuity. Oman Joseph Boyka, CDC government, they didn't pay us our widows' money. How can you help us? So those who behind this, inciting this, is not good for our country. When you leave in government, don't wish for the worst thing to happen to your country. Politicians in the U.S. will say, God bless the country and make the country great. God bless America and make the country great, because you still have the country at heart. I was fortunate to visit The Hague in the Netherlands. When I went to The Hague, and that's why you see people love for country. Oh, Liberia, we got long to go. When I went to The Hague, where they took Taylor, you see people putting the country first above their own personal interests. We're far from it. All of you now planning. A Burger and I appointment not be easy. You know what I'm saying? The Burger won, right? Give the man a chance. And I'm sure the widows, as I close up, before I get the telephone lines up, the widows, please back off on this protest. Find a means and meet this old man. Burger is an old man. He's serving government. He knows the history of the Liberian War. He knows how your husband have fought for this country and died in the war. And let's see, you can have a roundtable agreement instead of you embarrassing the country with our international guests with a protest on Inauguration Day. Hey, man, my mothers, my aunties, I want to appeal to you this morning for the country's sake. I'm not backing the United Party government with all of these advices we gave him. If they listen, the pressure that'll be on, we won't see it since early time. Just find a way to meet this old man and say, well, almost 3, 4, 5 years now, our widows' money have not been paid. How can you help us, Old Man Boyka? You call the title alone, Old Man Boyka. Old Man Boyka. It's a old man. At this age, he was think. Oh, man, Marka, how can you help with the widows instead of all going protests? At the end of the day, if you have a protest, what will you achieve from it? The president, George, is going already. George is saying goodbye to politics, and Marka is about to be inaugurated. You want to go and protest? And those of you inciting who honor this, you should stop it. Let's put the country first. Anyway, yes, so as a close-up, the worst company I ever seen of recent time is Western Cluster Liberia. Western Cluster. The general manager, Satan behaves, he's a demon god. He don't even respect the media. Western Cluster is carrying on a serious pollution in Bombing County. As part of our lawmaker oversight, the lawmakers of Bombing County now to take heed to this, Western Cluster Liberia, the blasting of sound, the promise of people, well, as part of our MDA, the Mineral Development Agreement, we'll build hospitals in Bubba Town, in Zelen Clay Town. And up to now, as I speak, nothing. I have videos, you see, trucks, the iron ore that has been extracted from our country. Which country? Poor people. The iron ore that leave this country. Look at Gambia. Damn it, man. Just cocoa. In Ghana, in Nigeria, this thing will not work. Western Cluster, when they are blasting, have you listened to a real blasting sound? Real blasting, first class blasting. The blasting of sounds of the iron ore in bombing. The people complain. And who do they look up to? The lawmakers. Yeah. You bring this certain man. There's certain man. Where's certain? He promised the people, say, yeah, I'll make sure I get a clinic in bombing. People say in bombing, they have to bring them to town, bring them to Redemption Hospital. Look at the road, the play the trucks leaves. The operation is at night. The operation of Western Cluster is at night. Anyway, this is just they wedding said. They ate on this one. Let's get the lines activated. This is the Breakfast Show 96.1. I mean, some of you will disagree, but that's the fact I'm saying. If we'll make progress as a country, let's do this. In the midst of all country first. My name is O'Neill. 0770-15326. Let's do a minute per call, please. I've said a lot. Good morning.
Good morning, my good friend and brother O'Neill Roberts.
Morning.
The name remain constant. So I am the spokesman for the movement of teachers to support and protect Ambassador Joseph Marka and Jeremiah for presidency. And thank you for your analysis. You have said all. And let us say thank you for Joshua. He has played his part. Today, history will recall him to be one of the president of the Republic of Liberia. And like he rightly said, it was not Joshua that led it. I mean, that failed the people, but his deputies, his cabinets, because there's some of these guys, like one person who have two ministers, assistant ministers in his government, I thought that he has who.
Yeah, please don't call no name, yeah? Yes,
yes.
Yeah,
I would not call him. Many of them will go around this guy, they say they didn't know us. And how you expect that when election came at the time, they expect us to support them. But we can show you that Joseph Marka government have come to try to deliver this country, to liberate this country, to make the country to rise again, and we'll do every other thing to protect this government, because it is our government. This government came to power by the motorcyclists, by the teachers, by the nurses, by the title. So as of next week, Monday, when the government shall be inaugurated, we'll do.
Thank you, Zwana. Thank you. Let's do a minute per call. Yes, this broadcast has been relayed by Gibi FM in Kakatan. Yes, the guys in mind Gibi relaying us live. Thank you, Emmanuel Sensi and the rest of the guys. Good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill.
Morning.
And let me say good morning to the True FM family. Ratello Tower, my name, from the Rabofi Highway. O'Neill, laws are not made to infringe on the people, but rather to accommodate them. Like some of the concern coming from this route. O'Neill, you cannot have 75% of employee students in part of District 1 and District 2 using the Roberts International Airport, the Farmington, and other working institutions here, using tricycle and motorcycle to get to work that you have for today to Monday. Now, I think the job security should be putting up a holiday that these people can stay home. Instead, using a route where cost and other natural use even will cause a harmful environment for them. I think they should set up a measure wherein they can look at this speed or a kilometer or direction or to control bikes along this side, because without bikes, many of our people will now have opportunity, especially the students, the younger ones. So only we now expect a 3-4 years old child to walk from the belt of fire to where to need when it's over $150 distance. So I think they should look at the superintendent for the security sector of Maggie County to see how they can have other measures put in place for our people. Thank you so much this morning.
Thank you. 0770153265. Good morning. Morning.
People. My name is Fred Joma, and I'm filming this morning for District 2 Law Market County. Today morning, I want to say I've tapped in the 14 of your knowledge and the forces of hope and continue to give it that great people. And only like he said this morning, we are witnessing that environmental event as it relates to the regulation that are being made by the joint security. And I said this morning, we follow all of the local stations and we are trying to inform the public, just like what are you doing? And we see a lot of motorbikes are being packed by the police. And like you said, we are calling.
Yeah, the police should release this motorbike, all right? The police should release this motorbike that, right after the show, the police should release this motorbikes, yes.
We are only seeing right now that we're talking to the police to release the bike because the motorcycle is not violating the law. They were not informed, they were not told. Instead of you guys using the public, they did not do so. Unless the local radio station this morning I decided to inform the public. So I want to thank you for the information, and we are here on the scene trying to talk to the police and release the drug pass.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, some of y'all want promotion. The police are carrying on the operation, right? You know, when new government take over, right? You have new police director, you have new 102, you have new 101, you have a new chief of traffic. Well, depends on the police director that will be appointed. You have the new chief of public safety, you have 105. So the police that is responsible for this release these motorbikes. The information is a good one. We tell the bike riders, the keke, not to use that route. So don't arrest this bike and carry. You didn't inform the people. We're helping you. Turn it over. Anyway, let's get more calls up. 0770153265. The Breakfast Show. My name is O'Neill. Marka is on the weather. Good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill. And let me say good morning to your listening audience of the unique platform. I'm Daniel Johnson calling from Abdel Fireson. O'Neill, let me appreciate you for the information this morning regarding the regulation that was passed down by the police. Even me, I read that because I think the public, so I read that online, but it is not enough that you read this. I think the best thing the police can do is some of those joint security meeting. When you're making such a regulation, try to call some of those journalists. At least from every station, you invite one person because, well, those journalists, where they reach, where their voices reach, maybe the police will not be able to reach there. So people depend on them to spread the information so that they can be aware of what is going on. So we are calling on them. At least let them practice that.
You call John Security for interviews. The timeline, you public servant for God's sake. The timeline there. Yeah, the basic man. Go ahead.
Lastly, O'Neill, like you said, I think in a nation when you have people with wisdom leading, people expect you to listen. And I'm highly confident that with the experience that President-elect Joseph Marka brings to the table, he will listen and he will set the country on the foundation where the young people that will take over will continue on that foundation so our country can flourish.
All right.
Let me tell you to say country first.
Okay. Yes, country first in the midst of all. God bless America, make the country great. Yes. Yeah. Now, Donald Trump want to support the U.S. government thing. But all of the presidents, God bless the country and make the country great. Yes, that's why almost 90% of the inhabitants in the world want to travel to America because the politicians wish well for the country. Anyway, let's pick this call on the line. Good morning. Morning.
And O'Neill, I must appreciate you. You know, when you're speaking on the radio, I can feel like you really want some power to be given to you so that we can see the actualization of what thing. But it is the passion of the media that gets us doing it. So, Imam,
Okay. Thank you. The media is here to help the government. Yes. No media could be enemy of the state. It's not possible. That's why we should use our platforms. Today, if you listen to the BBC, you listen to the Voice of America, you know the Radio Deutsche Welle, the media is there to help the government. And when we speak, the government should listen. Anyway, let's bring this call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, President Oni Robert. And let me say good morning to your many listeners following the broadcast this morning. My name is Joe Kamo. I joined you this morning from around the Robert International Airport. People who knew this morning, I want to speak to the joint security. As we all may be aware, as for some of us, we live around the Robert International Airport.
Yeah, so Fred, that measure, we can change the measure, right? So only time I'm all asking the police, those motorbikes that was impounded, they should be released. I mean, the restriction is already gone. All right, we can divert it. But those bikes that are impounded should be released.
Yeah, because what I'm trying to say is that I think, like you said in your intro, information dissemination is very paramount to us. So the police should also use the local radio station to tell our people, because the message is not going across. Now people using around, so we are calling on the police to see our best. They can extend this information to the local radio station and see our best message and go across. Thank you for having me this morning.
All right, thank you. Let's take two more calls. Up, don't go for sports. This is the Breakfast Show. 4 minutes done, 9 o'clock. Good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill. Let me say good morning to the many laborers following your podcast.
I'm hearing myself in the background. You have to move from the monitor.
Thank you. I'm Marka now.
Go ahead.
Thank you, O'Neill. This is the voice of Dr. Muhammad M. Kamara Jr. and I'm filming this morning from Unification Town at Novena Fueling Station. O'Neill, thank you for your analysis this morning. You know, the Lagos people on October 10, on November 14, they went to the pool saying that Marka they won. They never said that job they wanted. But right here in the lower part of Margibi, O'Neill, it will interest you to know, especially the first city in Liberia, the Unification City, O'Neill, you have over thousands of people that wanting to be the city mayor or mayoress. And the fight is not easy here. It's almost like we are going to an election. And here you find out that many people, in fact, everyone has a team where you see people fighting each other like a fair election. So we are calling upon our people. It is very early. Ambassador Boda is coming to help us to rescue Liberia, as he said. So let's look up to him, giving the opportunity to work in your own capacity. Now people running around here telling you this is what we want because I supported you. We never support Ambassador Boda because of job. We supported him because of the welfare of the people. So we want to call upon the United Party people in Margibi, the lower end, especially the leadership, here they come together and put our house in order so we can give Ambassador Boda a hard time. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Honorable James Colley from Lofa County.
James Colley.
James Colley.
Okay.
I'd like to commend you on it. I don't know your school of thought. I don't know, the IQ is very, very good. You bring out things that have interest in national development. If we have 3 or 4 of you people, it will be very good for the communication sector of the country. The women that are demonstrating, they know very well that Joe Walker knows what went wrong. See, we agree that all can be transferred to him, but the crime are not transferable, and then you cannot transfer aggression. He will not refuse to take the responsibility. But like what you are saying, let's appeal to them to understand. You know, people continue to look at all in Africa as people who are not, I don't know what to say, we are not son. Let me put it so. Because if America can give 50 million to Ghana and get all poor, it needs something. If we sing the song that you gave my mind, you gave my power, I'll go for you, it need a whole lot. So when international guests are coming for inauguration, then people getting in the street, we will damage. We do how many times have we not caused problem in this country, and the impact, we all feel the impact. As the people focusing, I beg you, I thank you, man, Truth FM. The way your station is programmed is different from other stations, especially you on here. Some of the things you can pick up are very sensible and sensitive to the national development interest of this country. I thank you this morning.
Thank you, Mr. James Colley. Yes, let's pick our last quarter. Let's gas polls coming up. Good morning. Morning. Go ahead.
be addressing the nation to give the regulation regarding the inauguration. But for the regulations that came on regarding motorcyclists and keke not flying to certain places, I want to appeal to our motorcyclists as one of your leaders. We want to tell you, those of you...
What was the leadership part of, hold on. Was the leadership part of that joint security meeting?
Come again?
Was your leadership, the motorbike, the motorbike union, were you people part of the joint security meeting?
No, we were not part of it. We were not part of it.
I see.
Regulation came surprisingly to us.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, I'm just saying that.
But y'all please adhere to it, please. Y'all please adhere to it. The only time I'm appealing for the motorbike that was impounded should be released.
Exactly, this is what I want to say. For those of you who are the regulation, please abide by it. It is from now to Monday. It is not a everlasting regulation that people say, like people want to politicize this, that the party come back again for motorcycles to create no-go zone. Do not matter.
So, understand my point. Understand my point. Even if it's a permanent regulation, right? But this information should be released at least 2-3 weeks ahead and make the media part. So you don't be taken by surprise. But having a regulation from the police is not something bad. So get us right.
I do agree with you, sir, man. I do agree with you. It's just that you people in the media just decide to have the public and most especially the motorcyclists to be on their guard. This is why you people brought it on your various platforms. But the police did not release or give any press conference that today they're saying that they're going to do that today. So
Okay.
Thank you very much for the awareness, and we want to tell our cyclists, please abide by it. It is from now to Monday. After Monday, you will go back to your various places to run.
Okay. Yes, our very last caller. Morning. Yes, you're squeezing in.
Thank you very much, Cody, David Cody.
Okay.
You know, I decided not to call. I've been listening, but I'd like to join you in appealing to the police to please release those motorbikes. You know, I don't know what's wrong with our government, our people. These kind of important things that could cause trouble. Why don't you release it a week or two ahead of time? Why don't you engage the different radio stations? You just want to, no, they shouldn't bring any trouble here. These motorbike riders and KK people have been very cooperative with this government. You're the ones pour the whole thing in the end. And like one of your callers mentioned, nobody should say, boy, I can't come here with that, then do that. No, we are still in the old government. We're saying the old government. This is still the old government. Uncle George has not taken over yet. So I don't want anybody to think, the new government, they even take away. No, it's the old government. And police or government people, your please try to use the radio stations to inform people on important issues like this a week or two ahead of time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yes, they talk, we listen. This is the Breakfast Show in the midst of all, country first. Yes, country first. Liberia first, Liberia second, Liberia last. And that's it. Let's see if we can go for sports right here on the TBS 96.1. 10 minutes down, 9 o'clock. What's making news in the world of sports coming up? So joining us this morning on Thursday morning on the TBS Sports is Naomi Tapia. Yes, Naomi Tapia is here to fill us in on the World of Sports this morning. Good morning to you, Naomi.
Good morning, O'Neill. Good morning, everyone. The Tamil Girls captain Margaret Stewart ban has been lifted by the Confederation of African Football (CAF). The Liberian female defender was banned in 2022 for anti-doping by the Confederation of African Football during her club's participation in the CAF Women's Champions League held in Morocco that year. The Tamil Girls FC, via their Facebook page, welcomed back their captain after she was banned for a year. The club, who termed Stewart as their leader, said they are excited that she's back and is included in the squad. Margaret Stewart is the first female player playing in the Women's Upper League to be banned for anti-doping. One of Mike Gibby County's most celebrated footballers and RFA 2022-3 higher goal scorer and MVP registered his first international goal for Black Men Warriors in a friendly match against Azerbaijan club in Europe. Blamon Momo was part of a 21-man delegation that left Liberia on January 9, 2024 for a 2-week trial organized by Black Men Warriors in collaboration with JK Academic Agency a renowned sports agency based in Indonesia. Liberia Sports International reported that Blamo, who hails from Magdibi County, has caught the attention of scouts and sports lovers with exceptional skills and goal-scoring ability in that part of the world. The collaboration between Blackman Warrior and JK Academy Agency highlights the commitment of both entities to nurture young talents and provide them with opportunities to succeed at higher levels. On Wednesday, January 17, Blackman Warriors secured a convincing victory over Azerbaijan's second division side Safa FC in a friendly match. The encounter was part of their two-week trial in Baku, Azerbaijan. Namibia produced a huge upset as Dion Horton's 88th minute header secured victory over Tunisia in their 2023 Africa Cup of Nations opener. The Brave Warriors ranked 115 in the world and without a victory in any of their previous 9 AFCON matches were WAFTA winners in Kuhogo. Striker Peter Shalulili had an earlier effort cleared off the line, but Hutu pounced from Batu Muzu's cross. Tunisia 2004 champions are 87 places above Namibia in FIFA's standings. The remarkable result means Namibia are second in the table on goal difference following Mali's 2-0 win over South Africa in the latter Group E fixture at Amadou Gon Coulibaly Stadium. Bournemouth midfielder Ham Traore has joined Italian club Napoli on loan for the rest of the season. Traore joined the Cherries on loan from Sassuolo in January 2023 before the move turned into a permanent 5-year deal last summer for about 20 million euros. The Africa's International 23 is not at the Africa Cup of Nations after spending several weeks on the sidelines while recovering from malaria. He has made 13 appearances for the Cherries, including 6 this season. However, he has not featured in the Premier League since September. And finally, pre-tournament favorites Morocco began their 2023 Africa Cup of Nations campaign with a convincing win over teammate Tanzania in Group F. The Alex Lions took the lead on the half hour when Roman succeeds points after Hakim Ziyech's soaring free kick was pumped back into danger. Tanzania had Novatus Mirukshi sent off with 20 minutes left, and Azidin Unahi's slick finish doubled the lead. Yusuf and Naxri converted Hakimi's cross to round off a victory. Morocco won their sole continental title in 1976, but are firmly among the expected challengers for the trophy in Africa's following their historic run to the semi-finals at the 2022 World Cup. Their success in Qatar against the likes of Belgium, Spain, and Portugal largely came as a counter-attacking outfit and as Africa's top-ranked side. Wadi Rodriguez men now need to play on the front foot against lower-ranked opponents. The Allied Lions comfortably achieved that in their opener in San Pedro with goalkeeper Bruno largely a spectator. That's often our sports desk.
Yes, Naomi Tapia and us with sports right here on the TBS on 96.1 the Hot and Swap Live. But let's go for our break. Yes, let's go for our commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring on Emmett Cooper, security expert all the way from the US. Yes, we're talking about the VIP security ahead of the inauguration. So, yes, it's a big one coming out. Let's go for this break. Don't go away.
Whoa, that made a football so, man.
Jim again, since when you start liking football business?
Oh, the orange squall was here. They got me feeling the number now. Big player just has scoring 9 times.
Yeah. Myself been playing to score more goals too. I've been playing since day.
Be a football czar. Score goals with your fingers by activating any orange service in the Football Czar campaign. There are 200 daily winners of 1.5 gigabytes of data, 101 weekly winners of a 50-inch TV, 125 kg bags of rice. 32 monthly winners of 1 keke, 1 motorbike, and 30 smartphones, and a grand raffle draw of a brand new vehicle. To check your goals and for more information about the services to activate, dial *009#. For more information, call us on 111 free of charge.
Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
We don't worry about the data connection at all. There's a package for me. There's a package for you. There's a package for everyone. Sooner than I say, I can reach out my West Magole and enjoy with confidence.
To activate, dial *888# or subscribe via My Orange app. $1 gives you 50 minutes on net calls and 5 minutes off net calls, or the same dollar gives you 500 megabytes of data. Valid 24 hours. Enjoy using the best mobile network, certified by Ookla second time in a row. Visit our website, www.orange.com.lr, or call 111 for more information.
Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
And so, a part of entertainment on the TBS. Let's go for this musical break. This is Peter Cole. I'm trying to keep the setup a little bit kind. Still alive.
I woke up sound and strong this morning. A lot of questions on my mind. It's to you, Morris. Do we care? Do we worry about the way this world is going? About the million things I say. Do we dream of another world? Someone low in the sky. Do we want to keep surviving? What about music? What about children? What about nature's quest to stay alive? Stay alive, we're restless. Stay alive, we must share. For a while, one message. Stay where it's mine. Stay where it's mine. Every action.
And so very shortly we'll bring on our guest, Emmett, all the way from the US. Yes, I mean, this is not his first time coming through on the Breakfast Show right here on Truth 96.1. The heart and soul of Liberia. Good morning to all of you listening up. And of course, I'm seeing a lot of pictures coming in with the RIA highway. There are a lot of measures. Yes. Let's adhere to the police instruction. Yes. Meanwhile, we'll call on the Liberian National Police, those boxes that you have impounded. Yes, so please release them. Yes. Let's look a link up with our guest this morning, right here on the TBS on 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Like we always say, in the midst of all country phrase. Emmett Cooper, yes, from the US, is live with us via mobile. Yes. Emmett is 9:21. What time is it in the US? Good morning.
Good morning. It is 4:22 a.m. here in the US.
Yeah, how you doing? How you doing? Good morning. Welcome to the TBS.
It's really a pleasure to be on with the radio station. I'm glad this morning I'm alive. I'm well. I'm kicking. I'm ready to hit the road once I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, so this call is very important as relates to the inauguration in terms of security protocols. Let's hear you from your own experience.
Well, at this point, I read the protocol, the awareness that the joint security has put out. Those are good measures that should have been put out. He's given the public a few days' notice. I mean, it's not late, better late than never. Those recommendations, I myself had thoughts about it, but it is what it is, and I think those are good measures. Diverting, but now one thing I would have recommended instead of the RIA, because to control the movement of people from
RIA all the way to Central Monrovia is going to be kind of difficult. You basically limiting people who do not have too many roads where there's going to be back roads that people can access. I would have recommended using the Springfield. I don't know how many guests they got coming or how many presidents. I think Springfield would have been a better alternative.
You mean the Springfield? The Springfield for guests? Emma, hold on, sorry. You have preferred the Springfield instead of the RIA highway at RIA. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I would prefer. It's easy to control the flow of traffic. But again, I mean, they on the ground, they has the best solution. I think they came up with the best idea. I'm not criticizing what they did. I'm just saying I would have preferred the Springfield. But I mean, they look at all the measures they have in place because in terms of covering security from RIA all the way to Central Monrovia, there's no way you're going to be able to get all the pen and all the motorcycles. And from my understanding, you got about 1,000 guests fly into the country with about 11 presidents fly in. There's going to be a lot of measures. The first thing you got to make sure that all of those international guests that come in, you have to have police escort from RIA to the inaugural program. So you're looking at all the security measures put in place, the timing, the distance to cover, and we know that the road is not completely paved. I mean, I don't know what we had to pave since I last left December 8th, but I know there's no way it's going to be impossible for someone to get that entire road paved from what you call the rehab all the way to RIA. So at this point, I think Springfield might be the best option of landing our incoming head of states to Springfield because it's easy to divert traffic and control traffic with just 2 or 3 miles as compared to almost 25 kilometers or more.
Okay, yeah. So since the RIA, since the Rabat International Airport has been considered, this will we have the attention of traffic. Now, let's look at the importance of starting with the protocol from the RIA for international guests. What I think you normally see is that when these foreign guests arrive in your country, the security measures. You care to talk about it?
Well, the first thing is the airport has to be locked down because you got. I mean, when I flew into the country. Of course, I came as a regular passenger. The security measure at the airport was completely odd. I mean, you get down, you walk through the terminal, you even get your bag, and the whole baggage carousel is filled with people trying to collect bags who never came on the flight. And those are issues that need to be addressed. At this point, there has to be changes. And then you walk outside the terminal, and you see people standing right there in front who's not even working on the airport and trying to hustle and badgers and I mean I understand everything coming from it, but all of those things need to be clear. The airport need to be clear. They need to do a lot of things. They need to put enough security measures in place. We probably need to get ERE or probably just get AFL since they are the most trusted force to handle the airport in time of the next couple of days until the inaugural program. Since the public has more trust in the armed forces of Liberia, I'll have AFL stationed around the airport, which I know they do. But there'll be more things that will be put in place, more security measure put in place, especially for the international guests. I don't know whether they're going to be using the presidential or landing area or they're going to be using the regular terminal, but we just need to put more security measures in place as far as more visibility, basically, and make sure that both those people who don't have credential to be walking around the terminal do not have access to the terminal at this point.
Okay, great. So, Ahmed, Liberia is in the sense that we have the motorcycles, the tricycles, what we call the keke, the commute along a whole lot, take people from one destination to another. In terms of the police having this kind of release up in less than 24 hours or 72 hours to the inauguration, what does it mean for our country? I mean, for people to digest this information and just work along with it.
Yeah, I mean, the citizens, Liberians our citizens are good as listening, and I'm sure because of the program we got going on, the motorcycle union and the KK union, they will relay those information to the people because not everybody can read, not everybody have the opportunity to listen to music, but listen to the news, but word of mouth information is going to pass. And I'm hoping that the KK rider and the motorcyclist listen, and the motorists of the general public is going to listen to the information being put out that you cannot plow the streets while we have guests coming in. Again, as I said, it's going to be difficult to cover from RIA all the way into Central Monrovia. I mean, the police can do so much, but I think it's going to be a lot of work and a lot of training for them during these next 2 days. Because you have guests, all this started arriving for the event. You got international partners and international guests that's already arriving to the country. And there's no way you're going to stop the free flow of traffic for the next 3-4 days. Today is Thursday, you got Friday, you got Saturday, you got Sunday, and the program is on Monday. So it's going to be difficult to kind of shut down the entire country for traffic because of a program. That's why I said I would have recommended and preferred the Springfield because it's easy to access shut down 3 miles or 4 miles of commute as compared to shutting down almost 25 to 15 to 25 kilometers.
Okay. Yes, I would definitely want to buy into that. I mean, not many people will talk about this the spring fee, yes, because the spring fee is just heart of where your guests not too far from the Capitol building. Who have less area of abstraction. Yes, but let's move on in terms of the VIP security because these international guests are coming to witness our inaugurations. Yes, just on yesterday, we're listening to people talking about protests. Yes, there were protests on inauguration. They strengthening up the security for this inauguration that will involve the armed forces, the Liberian National Police, the immigration, and so forth. What do you look for as a country?
Well, the first thing at this point, John, security already have put measures in the place. I'm sure they have discussed lengthily what need to be done, what protocol. I do not have the details from the ground. So at this point, I mean, we learned, I know it's going to be at the legislative building. That entire building need to be on a lockdown. There need to be a sweep. At this point, I would have K9 because I learned that the Israelis president is going to be flying. At this point, is going to be I mean, most of the communication, I can definitely tell you that most of the communication is going to be down. They're going to have the Israelis going to have the drones flying, and they're going to shut down the communication system to protect their VIP or their president. So most of the communication cell phones within a certain radius will not be working. If you're not on the frequency, most of the portable radios will not be working once the head of state of the Israelis government is around. So they're going to put some lockdown. So then the Liberian security has to have measures put in place to be able to communicate because without communication is the breakdown in security because if you have something on the other end and you cannot respond to it because you cannot communicate that information out, that becomes a problem. And I know we are a third world country, but I think John Security should have already put all of those measures into place by now of what's going to happen in a communication breakdown. You got to have your incident command and at the legislative building at this point I would have had covering the legislative building, we will have from the executive marshal roof, I will have snappers put up. We already have those in plan. I will make sure that everybody stays away from the fans and all of the rows and welcome inside where nobody should come within 500 feet. At this point, we should have K9 sweeping the legislative building. And any person who do not have access at this point is the weekend or staff should be out of the building and have a strict security measure for people coming. We should have a scanning everyone who's coming in, making sure there's no weapons, there's no knife, nothing that could be used as a weapon brought into the building. And I will have had K9 at this time to sweep the building from today. The building, legislative building will be shut down from today's day or from tomorrow, and then we have over a weekend sweep and lock down the entire building until the program on Monday. Where I've had K9 bum squats, bum dogs sweeping the building, making sure there's no arms ammunition in the building, there's no explosive devices in the building. But as I said, once the HLE here, the state arrived, all communications within a certain radius of the country.
Meaning we lost communication. I mean. So, Emma, I'm y'all thinking about. Liberia, in terms of technology, we're not advanced. I mean, no disrespect to other countries in the world, where you see your inauguration and that collaboration from your local securities and international securities, because these are people who have all of the equipment. You make mention of when they arrive, the issue of telephone, everything will be restricted, take over all their communication. So I'm thinking about The way the police here struggle to send this information out to the public, then what is the are they doing now with our foreign guests in terms of collaborating with these high profile people that come in? They come with their own security and all of it.
Well, at this point, that's why again it comes back to having the training, having the alliance, even though Asia is an ally of Liberia, but in terms of they don't trust the people who they're going to be interacting with. They're not going to work. They're not going to play along. Israel is an advanced tech country. They have the equipment, they have the toys to play with, and if they don't, if they're not going to trust the leadership of the people that they're going to be interacting with. They always, because we don't have a good security system. We know our security system has lapsed over the past years, and they're not really going to play along with us. They're going to make sure that VIP is protected, and they're not going to give us access to the technology because it's easy. We know that Asia is calling out war and all of this stuff, and we have people in the country, and they have been theory of supporters of those different organizations that's linked to terrorist organization. And the Israeli heads of state is almost like when the U.S. president is coming, we're going to shut down everything. And at this point, they're going to make sure that their president and the head of state is protected because they are calling out war. Like Brook, have been an easy access for someone that is to the head of state. But they're going to make sure all measures put in place. They're not going to care whether you EPS or you AFL, or you even the director of police, they're not going to give a damn because they're going to make sure that the VIP is protected, and they're not going to play along with like security. They'll make sure that wherever car they're using wants to get there, they're going to lock it.
Yes.
If even they enter the liquid building and they go through a door, once they enter to that door, they're going to shut it out. No one else going to have access to it because they got to do what they have to do because they got to make that the head of state is return home.
Yes, I mean, very well. I mean, yes, Israel is at war, so if the head of state is coming, I mean, security measures, our guests, our representative, that look, you have to be on time because yes, this could be an easy ask. Like MS, I saw this when we had the U.S. Sachet Affairs coming to Truth FM. The serial security team was sent ahead for full assessment of our whole premises. The next day, before she arrived, 2 hours before arriving, we saw all of that. Now, this is the head of state and other, international guests are coming. In terms of respecting time, most of our people don't adhere to time, and this is going to be a different thing.
And that's the thing. You got to wake up on time. You got to get there on time when it says it's going to be at 9 o'clock in the morning. That may give yourself time. Be there before 9 o'clock. At least get there by 8:15. Give yourself a 15-minute window because there's going to be security measure put in place. There's going to be a slowdown. There's nothing like, I'm tentative. You got to here to stay. If you come in, you're late. It's going to be a no-go at this point because you should have been there on time. At least all of our local government officials should at least be sitting in the building at least an hour earlier before these heads of state start to arrive because there's going to be breakdown in security measures because all of our local security all of our local government officials, the senators, the representatives, they have their own security detail and it's not going to work. All of the protocols, you're going to leave your security detail right outside at this point because you're coming. The only thing you're going to be arriving with is yourself and whatever you have.
Yeah, so to avoid embarrassment, if you should be seated by 9 o'clock, you should be there by 8 o'clock. Representative or senator, minister, you have to respect the time.
The local government officials that's added to the program should be seated at least an hour earlier before our heads of state start arriving. You can't, once the heads of state arrive, there's going to be no access to the premises. I don't care who you are. If I'm with John Secure at this point, I don't care who you are when you're coming in late. Because once the president and the president-elect arrive, because the dignitary and the heads of state will already be seated, no one's going to have access to that building because there'll be a complete breakdown. I can see a lot of chaos. There's going to be a lot of confusion at this point. But I show John Security already have measures put in place to work along and make it happen. But our foreign security force, like the Israelis, they're not going to play along. They always they have a history of not playing along with our local security because they're going to take measure because we don't want to have the detailed compromise.
A big one, detailed compromise. Yes. Let's go back to some restricting of areas. with the police release, there are some areas now was going to be highly restricted, like they make mention of 20th Street, 12th Street, 9th Street. There'll be diversion of traffic to the Town. In terms of people adhering to Liberia National Police, that's part with the information being released out a little bit late, but the media will try to play a professional part in helping doing so. Yes, people are adhering to the instruction of the LMP, the Joint Security.
People going to listen. The best thing is have those places barricaded, those streets on the day of the event. Just make sure you cross. Once you put a barricade out, that would serve as a deterrent that it's a no-go. And you can also mend that location so that we don't have officers standing there and trying to do extra work. Because once the road is not blocked and is not barricaded, you're gonna put those officers work there. The officers are gonna have to use some measures. They're gonna have to take those patrols and start trying to send people away. But the best thing is just put a barricade and block the road leading onto the Tottenham Boulevard or onto the street that you don't want people to crowd on. And that way everybody can see the barricade and automatically know, okay, it's a no-go, but everybody's not going to get the information. People are still going to try to violate this information, and that's why you have the LMB who's going to be there. They're going to get into physical altercation. Some are going to have a verbal altercation, but you did do a job. Make sure it's a no-go. So my heart's going to be out to those officers as they walk those streets. We know how people can sometimes be hard-headed. People will still try to violate, even though they know it's a no-go, and they're where those professionalism got to come in with the officers on the street to make sure that they enforce whatever laws and mandate have been given to them with whatever measure there is.
Okay. Folks, you're listening now to the True Breakfast Show 96.1. We have Ahmed Debbie Copel, security expert, all the way from the US. We'll have lines activated shortly. But Ahmed, I'm here thinking about how is it like in the US inauguration in Liberia? It's far to compare, but in terms of security measures, yes, the measure of the security is the measure, and protocol cannot be breached. I'm here thinking about it.
Yeah, here in the States, if people respect time, if the authority say, hey, you got to be to a location at 7 o'clock in the morning, that means you got to arrive 15 minutes. The military's t-shirts, when you're on time, that means you are late. From the military perspective, when you're on time, if it's at 7 o'clock and you're there at 7 o'clock, that means you're already late. That means you're supposed to be there at least 15 to 30 minutes early. So that has always been a discipline as a part of me. So even though I'm normally supposed to be to work at 6:45, I'm in my office about 6:15 because I want to get there. I want to take my time. I want to relax. I don't want to be under stress because you're driving a law enforcement car that's marked. That automatically is a deterrent for traffic because once I put that car on the road, it's going to take me, even though it's supposed to take me 30 minutes, it may take me an extra 45 minutes because guess what? Everybody's going to slow down below the speed limit because they're thinking in that mindset that, hey, he's going to pull me over. And I myself just trying to get to work. I'm not doing any enforcement because I want to be on time to work. But so security measure is all about being on time. It's all about time. And I know a lot of people, we're not good at time management, but here is one discipline that is enforced across the country is time management. So from my background as a soldier, when you're on time, you are late. So that's always going to discipline everybody. And that's what people who's going to be attending the program need to put in place. Be on time. And as compared to the U.S. inauguration, listen on TV. There's joint security. You're going to have multi-forces. You're going to have officers from across the state that's going to be up to that program and making sure that the security, you're going to have 3, 4, 5 days of completely K9 running their location and bomb squad and snappers all over around and covering their security and the entrance and everything else. As far as Liberia, we do not have all of those tech and all of the stores. We may not even have a K9, something to run the building to check out and all of those stuff. But this joint security is going to have to work with what they have, and hopefully the new administration can invest into some of those to make sure that for prior and for future inauguration that we can have a better, much more detailed and security measure put in place.
Okay. Yes, for just recent election, Liberia have shown to the world we're a peaceful country, but nothing can be taken for granted. Yes, the people leaders are coming. Yes, in terms of rebranding, if we rebrand the John Security from their performance from the this upcoming inauguration, can you have a point to prove to our international security guys who are coming with the performance they'll do on that day? What do you think?
Yes. I mean, what's going to happen on Monday, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for our incoming administration and incoming security to learn of the protocols that's going to be observed. It's also going to open up avenues because at this point we are doing a international joint security basically because you got foreign heads of state that's going to open up. I mean, this event could open up a lot of opportunities for Liberia security sector because the way they perform in this event, whether it be it good, be it bad, we can capitalize on that. We can go back to the joint security debriefing when the program is over and discuss what went wrong, what went right, and then you take all of those measures as we connect because we already have these friends that are coming into the country and at some point when the next heads of security take over, they can reach out to those countries and say, hey, we want to send our people to get training. We want our people to come and learn what you guys perform. So those are training opportunities that could be observed with these incoming international guests and their security details so that we can have our officers and agents going out of the country to get some of those advanced training from those agencies and from those security detail teams that they can come back so that in the future, if they come into the country, they will already have an ally and have people who they have personally trained to be able to work with and they can interact much better as compared to right now, as we say, I don't think we have too many Liberians that are Asian trained. I mean, those who we had trained in the 80s, what they call them, Satu or whatever, most of them are no longer in service. So it's a new brand, and we just need to get our people to do the right thing at this point because there's going to be a training opportunity provided with the heads of security that will be coming in from whatever is going to occur and how to perform at this time of the year and this time of this event.
Okay. Yes, so sit back. Let's get some reaction from the public. His name is Emmett W. Cooper, a security expert, the Liberian in the U.S., giving his own professional advice as we go for inauguration in terms of the VIP restrictions. Yes, please adhere to all VIP instructions. Yes, we want to urge our Liberians people. Yes, let's get the lines activated. Emmett, you can sit back and be on. Let's pick a few calls up. Let's have some reaction from the public. Participate. You can call us on a True Breakfast Show, 60 minutes up to 10 o'clock, 0777 405017, 0777 405017, 077 Call you be live. Let's hear from you. MS here to answer some of your questions. 0777 405017, 0770 My name is O'Neill. Yes, let's get some calls coming up on the TBS this morning. Let's pick this call line. Let's do a minute per call. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Bravo. How are you doing this morning?
Great, I'm fine. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm Joseph Fremont. I join you from Broadway this morning. Thank you. Let me say good morning to the expert in the U.S. You know, I think it is better to take the rules and orders and regulations when it comes to the nation because we have about guests coming from out of the country. So I think we need to be law abiding. If it was not yesterday, because other people will come and look at the way we behave, that's the news they will carry. When we carry a good conduct, they will give a good picture outside there of us. But we give the wrong one, it is not good. So I think motorcycle, keke, 3 day, 4 day, you will still eat. Even 3 days, you been eating. After 3 days, you will still get something. So let us make our country better for other people to carry the good image. Instead of saying, don't go so then you go there, in your police class, other guests are here. It will not be good for our country. So I thank you so much.
Thank you. This is all we listen. Good morning. Morning. Hello. Yes, please don't hold the line. So I flip to another call. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Yeah, this is Simeon calling. I speak from David Awaro.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I just want to make some emphasis. I also applaud the international security who just spoke about the security protocol. But one thing I see about our country, we are so this law obedient. We don't obey laws, and those security protocols that are going to be implemented, we are also going to breach it with Liberian ourselves, most especially our Liberian security.
So I just urge the Liberian security to also abide by the international securities that are coming, so we can have smooth operations on the day of Monday. And also, when it comes to cybersecurity as well, they should also implement some rules and some cybersecurity laws and stuff like that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cybersecurity. Thank you. 0770-153-265. Call us here from you on the TB. Let's pick this call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Jason J. Bodo, calling from Sokile. Yeah, my question has to do with for the guy is still get to order to learn that when he's really coming to shut down the network. So how do we communicate together our family and friends?
Okay. Shutting down network.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know whether it will be from the area of the inauguration, maybe the Capitol building. So Emma will respond to that. Yes, it's not official anyway. Yes. Anyway, thank you. Yes, thank you. 0770-153-265. Emma, you care to chip in on that? You listen out a few of the callers. Okay. Yeah, let's pick more calls up. This person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
This is the voice of Thomas B. Mother. Allah, I don't join the conversation from us. Here's number 3, resident of the platform community. Yeah, like the call, I think we need to shut down the network that we will be able to protect our phone, like coming to our country, and also the security.
So when you say shut down, hello, when you say shut down, maybe preferably we can say monitor. That will be monitor by our foreign guests instead of shutting it down.
Okay, well, we are the way the program here, some of them have been, but I for that year that we can shut down the network and protect our foreign guests. You're not that I will have it, but we are responsible.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take 2 more calls and go back to Emma. Emma, just still on the line. This is the TBA. Let's see if I can get for this caller coming through this morning. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning. Oh, he slipped off the line. Go to line 2. Caller, good morning. Go ahead. Okay, you call from Nima County, District 7. Go ahead.
We appreciate that
That's what I said. John Security, not police alone. John Security.
Yeah, so should be more. It should take
All right, great. This is John Security. The police chairs that committee of the John Security. Anyway, Emma, you listening up to the callers. Let's hear you on the take. Yes, call Emmett.
Yeah, I'm here. As far as I know, someone said they're going to shut down the network. What basically they're going to do is jam the network. There will be no communication within a 7 perimeter of the area that they're here. The state's going to be. You won't be able to communicate. Your phone not going to work. They're just basically going to jam the signal. Not automatically shut down the network. Just use that term, but they're basically going to jam the signal that there's going to be no communication being able to put from point A to point B. So we're in a 7 perimeter of where the state going to be. You're not going to be able to use your phone. You're not going to be able to use your communication device, your radio, if you're not on the frequency. But this is going to jam the signal as compared to shut down the network. We cannot shut down a national network, but they have the tools, they have the toys. They're probably going to have the drone overhead that's going to monitor every call coming in, every conversation within the 7 perimeter of that area. They have the capability, they have the tools, they can tap into our network. They can actually control our entire network without us having any idea. But I mean, they're going to jam the signal in the 7 perimeter where the head of state going to be. And I know someone was talking that we should shut down the whole area now. You cannot shut down the network. People need to get in touch with their family. But if your family is in the 7 perimeter of where the capital building will be or where those heads of state will be, you will not be able to call it. It's almost going to be like you're sitting in the farming Belmonts and you try to call from your farm. There's going to be no network. I know some part of the country you go there, there's no network because when I went to my farmland, when I was there recently, I couldn't call out, and it's frustrating. But that's what it's going to be like. You're not going to have network in the 7 perimeter of where they're going to be, and they're going to jam all of the signals.
Okay, so let's take the last batch of callers. Yes, it's 9 minutes up to 10 o'clock. Yes, 0770-153-265. Emmett W. Copo is for us this morning. Let's see if I can pick this call on the line. Good morning. Morning.
Today, how are you?
Morning. Go ahead.
Good morning to Emmett, the security expert on the land. Good morning to our kids on before of District 6. Is this Emmanuel Tusia acknowledge conversation from District 6? So both of you and the conversation I've been following actually you this morning. I think you've been doing a marvelous work for the Liberian people, especially when it comes to the security regulation that has been put into place. From my side, I look at that regulation as a means of distracting our people because many of the actors were not involved in the meeting, like the judge union, like the tackle union, and even the media is responsible and who are doing master's work to carry on the example how it is. And this program is a program that is for every one of us. So what I want to encourage, especially the judge security need to be sensitive. The security need to that some of these regulation laws are made for the good of the people. Not to even come to hear the junction this morning. Can't see the amount of bad people are back. Can't see the amount of chickens that are back. So all the proceeds that will be generated from these things.
You mean the police? Tosia, you mean the police parking keke and motorbike?
Put me right there. I am calling you right now for yesterday junction. The National Police will use their parking motorbike.
Look at that.
And they are taking money for the children.
Okay, that Tosia, the allegation will find out, but they will release it. Yes, I mean, yes. Yeah, W. Joshua. All right. Okay, thank you, Imara Tosia. Let's pick one more call, then we'll go back to Emmett. We'll call it a day. This is the Breakfast Show. Good morning. Morning. Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say this much. You know, we just introduce a guy as a security expert. But as a security expert, I think it's supposed to be lying with sensitive security actors from being like the sense of the tactical security techniques instead of talking about national radio. That is not calling it a security expert.
No, not allow you to do that. All right. Good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill.
Morning.
Good morning to your studio guests. My name is.
We'll tell you security expert can get a professional advice. We got problem in the country. Anyway, good morning. Go ahead.
Thank you, O'Neill. I think I want to join my voice to the previous caller who said the regulation.
It is not bad. It is not bad. Take for example. Hold on.
I think it was not necessary for our people. Why the regulation is necessary for our own safety because of the RRA rule, the amount of cars that will be flying around. We agree that our people are supposed to stay on the rule. But when you have a such meeting, every one of you come together, call the people and tell them the reason why, and so that we all can fall in it. But if you do it like this, it's secret and get this money and come and start teaching our brothers and sisters, teaching their bad, teaching their careers, taking two hours from here the junction. I mean, it's first. So I would let for the head of the judge to pay attention to here the junction this morning. People are walking those two children out taking money from them.
No, those bags will be released. Trust me.
So you please make your way here. We will make sure that those who still see let release it, the children will not get on them.
Okay. All right, just one more call. And some of the officers there to the ERW junction, they are your police helper. Anyway, yeah, so they release those bags. Yeah, yes. Let's pick our very last caller. We'll call it a day. We'll go back to Emmett. Good morning. Morning.
Fine. The one is the security expert I've got to say is very, very sound and good.
You know what you? Like the one we are used to. You can tell somebody say why you are afraid of, but now why is it? We are disgruntled. That is starting to. Somebody has got to show you security concerning the security that are coming to happen. They try to feel started. What are you doing for? Yeah, they were not mentioning that the security is found out to protocol or to inform. If it's not informed again, they start giving money.
But we told you that. We told you the ex-security expert will not say on national platform and give analysis. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So what wrong if I go for Chris Massacre, former security police director, and have a professional conversation? Will it be wrong for him? We should stop him, man.
No, you need to be informed. Nothing wrong with it. That's how like our way.
Anyway, thank you. Yes, Emma, you guys listen up to the caller. So in 3-4 minutes, yes, you get some wrap up thing.
I understand someone at the quick time, but here's the thing. Security is public awareness. We cannot have a program and have a program of this magnitude and you not providing information. It's nothing sensitive. I'm speaking from a general perspective. I'm not coming from within the joint security meeting and say, okay, I'm part of joint security and I'm out disclosing information. I'm speaking hypothetically to the situation of what's going to happen. And these are situations that's going to be real. These are situations that are going to happen. So basically everything I've spoken of is general protocol that's going to be observed. There's general rules that are going to be observed. There's certain communications that's not going to happen. You're not going to have Israelis present and you think that you're going to be able to make your phone call and the Israeli prime minister or president is sitting right there. It's not going to happen. And protocol need to be observed, and public need to be aware of things. That's why.
Emma, thank you for bringing this up to us. I mean, not even including myself. We have international guests, like you talk about the Israeli head. You won't be there making telephone calls while he's in prison. I mean, yes. Thank you for bringing that to the public.
So yes, I mean, it's general protocol got to be observed. So those are things that those are things that are on the internet. Anybody can research it, anybody can search it. Those are general protocols. Coming from that perspective, I mean, joint security has the plan. They know what details they have in the plan. I do not have access to any information as far as the joint security towards the inauguration. I'm just speaking from a general perspective of what things going to be or what's going to happen at that event. I'm not in the country to say, yeah, I'm going to be there and we're going to be making calls. No, all communication going to be shut down because one that drone get there, you're not going to be able to make a phone call. Even if you have signal on your phone, if you do have signal, your phone is not going to work for that time frame until the event or that head of state has left the location. But again, I think we just going to reiterate it that the citizens follow the protocol that's been put out, the awareness should have been put out at least earlier, and I would have recommended Springtree rather than RIA. But I mean, joint security looked into all of the measures, and I guess they came up with the best solution of using RIA rather than Springtree. Springtree would have been an easy access to cover that 2 or 3 miles from RIA. From the Springfield to the Capitol building as compared to covering from RIA, because let's take for reality, you cover the entire RIA, you come down to Rehab Junction, which is always crowded, you come down to East Junction, which is crowded with motorcycles. It'll be hard to restrict and the security sector, joint security going to be working hard and tirelessly to make sure that those laws are enforced. And right now, I mean, as far as someone saying that the police are stopping KK and motorcycles, that's something that needs to be looked into. I don't know whether the protocol is being observed as of now, or it's just something that somebody just trying to cope because they're using the opportunity to make some money, but that's something that needs to be observed and taken care of right now. We cannot be parking motorcycles and motorbikes at this moment when there's not time and the protocol day has not come for us to start effecting those arrests and making those measures put into place. And I want to say thank you, O'Neill, for having me this morning. And to all the citizens who's listening, I want to say thank you for your love and support. And God bless us all.
Thank you. Yes, the voice of Emmett W. Cooper closing us up this morning. Emmett, thank you so much for waking up. It's about 10 o'clock in Monrovia. I guess you'll be around. What time is it? 4 or 5?
5 o'clock in the morning.
5 o'clock. So
yeah,
Yes, I have to wake him at around 4:15. You see, up 4:15, 5 a.m. now in the US. Thank you so much, Emma, for coming through this morning.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, this I'll go home on the TBS. It's been wonderful serving you breakfast since 7:30 this morning. Thank you so much. The Breakfast Show, I'm closing us up on this Thursday edition of the TBS. And we just want to appeal to our cyclists, our tricycle, the motorbike riders. Please adhere to the police restriction, all right? We also want to appeal to the Liberia National Police. Yes, the ELW Junction is the area of attention. This John security meeting, the media should have been part of it. The Motorcyclists Union, they're never part of it. But now, guess what is going on? They are arresting the bikes and the tricycle. We want to urge you to please release them. We are talking to our people. Those no-go zone, the police say, don't ride. Please, don't ride on this area. Like the thing called the RIA, but please release the people back. Because you know what? In fact, the media, we lifted this up. This information was just sent as a press release. But right, the media should have been part of this joint security meeting. Oh, yeah. We're talking about international guests. Look at what Emma just said. We'll have dignitaries from all over the world coming. So it's not just one-man operation, not just police joint security operation. You're going to raid anywhere. You're not raiding ghetto, you're raiding anywhere. This is a general information you want to send to the public. Because we know our country is not developed like other countries. MS says something. We should have used the James Springfield. You know, that was going to be a very easy route from the Elfield straight to the Capitol building. But this has happened already. So the police, please. The chief of public safety is a very good man. 130, Patrick Smith. You're please making sure this is not to your knowledge. Your guys are arresting and impounding, motorcyclists. Please let them release them, man. You start putting too much pressure. Every kind of thing, people like to take small opportunity of it. The post there ain't informed them, and we lift that up for you. We continue to do so. We here to help you. ELW Junction, Ballstown. Just release the motorbikes. Okay, since you want to impound them, give them ticket now. Let government raise revenue. Someone will say, well, what O'Neill is stopping the government operation. Okay, great. Right? If you pound on them, right? Give them ticket. So when they're going to pay, they'll pay the government revenue, but not for an individual. So the bosses, there are times some of the operation you're not even known. You're not even aware. But it's Paul's. The way you can say they got journalists, right? Just spoil the media and then sometimes there are some people in the police too, the joint security that got serious problem. Because the one press release you're sent out now, they will take opportunity of it. And the entire joint security name will be messed up. So I want to appeal to you, release this motorbike. If you don't do so, tomorrow or Monday when we come, we'll say the police have made an arrest of 1,000 keke, 5,000 motorcycles. The people give tickets, the money go to government revenue. That fresh government coming will be the first thing the police don't be answering, the joint security. So all the police helpers, do you know how many police helpers the ELW? When I'm driving, said some of them just stand before me. Move. You don't even regular police. Some of them not even in uniform. Even one t-shirt, even want to talk, we'll fix this country. Some of the police helpers that are embarrassment to the traffic. ELW Junction. That place that is supposed to have traffic. But because of them, they will slow down the vehicle to talk to you right in the traffic. The new chief of traffic. Anyway, now I'm positioned. Let me leave, man. Thank you so much. I'm Oni Roberts. Marka is on the weather. It's been wonderful. We'll be back on Monday on Inaugurations Day. I got to encourage to be here on tomorrow. Thank you so much. In the midst of all we do country first. But please release the motorcycles. Yes, please do so. I'm Oni Roberts. Atom Butler, Richard Lucinin of Control. Thank you so much. Have a gala day. Bye-bye.